Lost and found. Lost. Malaysian Airlines. Flight 370. Found 2 years later. The pilot. The pilot looks a little funny. He's disoriented. He's a little lost. He's confused. Yes, I'm me. I'm me. Who am I? Um, so what's that about? They found him, didn't find the plane, and he honestly doesn't really know diddly squat. 2 years later, I was talking with Paul about it. Haven't had a chance to talk with Bergeshu or anyone. Oh, excuse me. I want to take advantage of every opportunity I can, and work with like Paul Bashu, Luke, and Blair. If I could see him more, things have been so crazy. I was talking with other lawyers today. Really cool people. Oh, they're so neat. They're awesome. I just need to get up. Well, all kinds of stuff, man. I got so much stuff to do. It's nuts. Anyway, but I like to talk with other folks who are awake, and then not guide them, but just ask them questions about look at this, and then look at that, and then they just kind of look and see, and then they just put it together themselves in their head. And it's like Paul, he looked at it, he goes, a clone. I said, hell yeah, it's a clone. I said, the problem is though, 2 years is not, that's enough time to grow a clone, but to have problems with it. And Paul had already said that, he said, I see him having some issues and just leaving, his body, taking a dive. And I said, well, 2 years is long enough to grow a clone, but not really do it right. So, and it was brought. A friend of mine, Pepe, family member, he brought it to my attention. I looked at it and I said, "Damn." He said, "Jay, what about they found a pilot of Flight 370?" So I said, "Okay, send back email, thanks or something." I forget what I said, and so I went and looked. And I said, "Okay, let's focus on this guy." So excuse me, and it's just like the guy's confused. I just went his brain. And so the guy's confused. Something funky's going on. And then I looked at him, and his energy looked weird. Around the outside of it, it had like little shells, and I'm like, "Oh crap!" And then you go look at it, and well, this pilot, the guy that they have right now, has more of a medium to light blue aura coming off, and the guy that was flying the plane had red and orange, some major colors. And when they have that energy going to sides like that, it's a clone. And then when Paul and I later on were talking about it, and I said, "Yeah, well," I said, "he's got a soul," and I said, "Wait a minute, no, he doesn't." And the whole time I'm getting my head cranked on, folks. Today's been a crazy day between all this crap with Karen, the excitement of talking to these new lawyers, and finding out even more good news. Um, and then talking with Tiger Lily, man, folks, you have no idea how much I love her. That's why I can't wait for this to be finished with my job so I can go home where I belong, get out of this body, and be with her. Why Tiger Lily is literally my other half. So anyway, so it's talking. It's funny. I was talking with Paul about it, and Paul goes, "Yeah, I don't see a soul. It's just this like fluffy white inside." And I said, "Yeah, I know. I see it. It's kind of like fluffy puffy with a little bit of like a neutral color to it in some places. Kind of an energy going through it. But when I look at a core, it's just got the one energy going through it, and I'm like, okay." So, and the poor guy knows that he's him, but can't remember anything, and something doesn't feel right. Send him home. There's going to be some family issues real quick, because when all you have is the energy of the planet, you're not quite right. A lot of people call them shells. That's a whole new ball game. They still haven't found the other ship. I don't think they will. It's under some mucky water. It's all busted up in pieces. The Anunnaki went through it pretty darn well. So, what's this guy doing? Clone for the airlines. Where'd he come from? Anybody know? Our friends from that starship in the sky that had everyone else in there, did they make the clone? Did someone down here make one? So where'd the clone come from? This gives everyone time to relax. There's a lot of heavy hitters that listen to me, and this is for your benefit, okay? Just relax. Feel inside you, see where this guy came from. Okay, feel his energy and follow his energy backwards. Okay. Let me explain how I do it. I'm just relaxing. I'm feeling his energy, and I'm feeling where it came from, and I'm seeing it go down, down, down. I'm seeing it going into the water, but I'm not seeing the body wet. It's in a base under the water, where he was grown, where the energy was cloned. There's some of the pilots were went down with a ship, with the plane. So I probably said something like that in the video. I know one of them, the one sitting on the left-hand side was in there. The one on the right was too. They were both in there. So that's where the material was harvested. I wasn't going to use that word. I was going to say that's where they got the DNA, but it's just like that's where the necessary materials were harvested. Nasty. So anyway, there's more to it than that as far as what's going on and why. I'll probably have something on that later, folks, but I'm tired. Excuse me. Herky and I are going to watch a video and crash. It's been a nutty day. It's ending real good, though. Man, I can't tell you how much I love Tiger Lily. She's so awesome. Well, folks, love you. Anyway, that's what's going on with the Malaysian Airlines flight number 370. The pilot's a clone, and they didn't wait long enough for releasing them. It was not any kind of Anunnaki plot or something, folks. It was something that was done with good heart. I'll tell you that right now, okay? And let's leave it there. There's nothing mean and vindictive about it. It's just sad. All right, folks. Love you. Have a good night.